CSR Net Set Mathematical Science. We are going to see about modern algebra. This is in Unit 2. So weightage marks for modern algebra. In CSR Net we can expect 12%. Set or select exam. So net exam is national eligibility test conducted by Government of India. And then set means concern state eligibility test or state level eligibility test. Suppose Tamil Nadu is conducting this exam and you clear the Tamil Nadu set exam means you can work as assistant professor in Tamil Nadu and Pondicherry. So like that most of the states are conducting their own set exam. So teachers recruitment board, this is Tamil Nadu, 10%, 1 unit modern algebra and linear algebra. And then IIT JAM we can expect 8% of marks. NBHM both the MSc and PhD scholarship test 10% and GATE exam around 6%. So important topics which cover major portion of question paper from modern algebra are: number 1, I splitted topic wise. So concurrence equation, solving the concurrence equations, and then Euler pi function and primitive roots. And then second about group theory. So group theory also we can expect a good number of questions. In particular subgroups and normal subgroups, quotient groups, homomorphisms, isomorphisms and cyclic groups, permutation groups, diagonal groups. And then class equations, very important topic. And then Silo theorem also, repeatedly the questions are coming from these topics. And then rings, maximal and prime ideals, finite field and field extension. Then after that polynomial rings and quotient rings, and finally irreducibility. Irreducibility most important because repeatedly questions are coming. Euler's pi function notation is pi of n. Pi of n is the number of non-negative integers. So non-negative or positive, because we should not include 0 here. So number of positive integers less than n that are relatively prime to n. So what is the meaning of relatively prime to n? If you take the number 2, what are the numbers less than n and relatively prime to n? If you take 1, what is the GCD of 1 and 2? GCD of 1 and 2 is 1. So 1 and 2 are relatively prime. So 1 is relatively prime to 2. What about 2 and 2? For 2 and 2, GCD is 2. So 2 is not relatively prime to 2. So like this you can find out. If one number is relatively prime to 1, if their GCD is 1. So pi of 2 equal to 1. So what about pi of 4? So 1 is relatively prime to 4. 2 is not relatively prime to 4 because GCD of 2 and 4 is 2. And then 3 is relatively prime to 4. Except 1, no number is relatively prime to itself. Therefore you cannot check this number 4. So check up to 3. That's why we are putting less than here. Okay, if you take one number, find out up to less than n, not less than or equal to n. So 1 and 3 only. So pi of 4 equal to 2. Likewise, like this we can find out pi of 12. 4 numbers are there, and pi of 15 equal to 8. You can check. And then this result, if p is a prime number, what is a prime number? Any number less than it will not divide this number except 1. So that is the meaning. So all the numbers 1 to up to p minus 1 are relatively prime to p. So that's why pi of p equal to p minus 1. Pi of p equal to p minus 1 where p is prime. And then another result, if p is a prime and a is positive integer, then this is for prime power. Pi of p power a can be written as p power a minus p power a minus 1. And then another formula, this is for power of 10 powers. So pi of 10 power n equal to 4 into 10 power n minus 1. Put 4 and reduce 1 in the power. So 4 into 10 power n minus 1. And one more thing, in other words, if n greater than 1, then pi of n is the number of elements in u of n. What is the meaning of u of n? So u of 2 is nothing but what are the numbers are less than n and relatively prime to n. So write it as a set, that's all. So 1 is relatively prime to 2. So u of 2 is 1. So like this, what is u of 4? What are the numbers are relatively prime to 4? 1 and 3. So this is u of n. So u of n means we have to write the actual numbers. Pi of n means count the numbers. So pi of n is nothing but number of elements in u of n. That's all. So pi of 1 we always take it as 1 because 1 is relatively prime to 1. Note that this u of n is a group and abelian group under multiplication modulo n. For example, this u of 4 is an abelian group under multiplication modulo 4. So what is multiplication modulo 4? If you take two numbers, the product is less than 4, write as it is. If it is greater than 4, take divide the number by 4 and write the remainder. That is called multiplication modulo 4. For example, I take two numbers. One number is 3 and another number is 1. And 3 into 1 is 3. That's all. This is multiplication modulo 4. 4 we write like this in here. Suppose I take 3 into 2 means. So 3 multiplication modulo 2 equal to 6. Here we cannot write 6 as it is. We have to take mod 4. That means divide the number 6 by 4 and put the remainder. So we get 2. So this is the meaning. So now u of 4 equal to 1 comma 3 means we have only two elements. 1 into 1 is 1. 1 into 3 is 3. So 3 into 3 is 9. Take mod 4. So the remainder is 1. 9 divided by 4. The remainder is 1. So all the elements are here. And also you can check easily commutative property. 1 into 3 equal to 3 into 1. So u of 4 is an abelian group under multiplication modulo 4. Like this, for any n, u of n is an abelian group under multiplication modulo n. Find out when this u of n is cyclic. Okay, for what values of n this u of n is cyclic. Think and find out. The number of elements in the set m such that 1 less than or equal to m less than or equal to 1000, m and 1000 are relatively prime is. Instead of directly asking to find out pi of 1000, twisted question. So instead of asking to find out pi of 1000, it is asked like this. So what is the formula? So we have to find out pi of 1000. That's all. Pi of 10 power n equal to 4 into 10 power n minus 1. So pi of 1000 equal to pi of 10 cube. So 4 into reduce 1. So 10 square. That is nothing but 400. So answer D. The number of words that can be formed by permuting the letters of mathematics is. Actually this question is asked from combination, the school level question. So check here how many letters are there and what are the repeated letters. So here, so required number of words equal to 11 factorial because total number of letters 11, in which m comes twice 2 times and a 2 times, t 2 times. That alone put. Remaining letters are 1 time. So 1 factorial 1 factorial. 1 factorial is 1. So we not to put in the denominator. So 11 factorial divided by 2 factorial into 2 factorial into 2 factorial. Only 3 letters are repeated. So this is the answer. We have to calculate this manually. Calculators are not allowed. The number of positive divisors of 50,000 is. So lower classes we study about divisor or factor like that, but a number, how many divisors, particularly positive divisors, a number can have. So this is the formula for that. That is called tau function. Prime factorize the number. So n equal to, this is prime factorization, p power a, q power b, r power c, etc. How many numbers will come we don't know, that's why I put etc. Where p, q, r are distinct. Distinct means different prime numbers. This a, b, c need not be distinct. That may be same number, but this p, q, r are prime numbers, distinct prime numbers. Then number of positive divisors tau of n equal to a plus 1 into b plus 1 into c plus 1. Just to take the powers, put plus 1 and multiply it. That's all. So 50,000. Factorize the 50,000. So 50,000 can be written as 5 into 10 power 4. And also this 10 power 4 can be written as 5 power 4 into 2 power 4. So already 5 power 1 is there. So this will become 5 power 5 into 2 power 4. So A is 5 and B is 4. So 5 plus 1 into 4 plus 1. So 6 into 5. So that is the answer. So this type of question also asked repeatedly. Finding cardinality of the set. What is the smallest positive integer in the set 24x plus 60y plus 2000z such that xyz belongs to z, I mean integer. So this question is smallest positive asked. Many times number of elements or entries in the set is asked. So the answer, smallest positive integer is of the form, I mean 24x plus 60y plus 2000z, where xyz are integers equal to, this is a method or formula, GCD of, take these coefficients, GCD of the coefficients. So find out the GCD. The answer is 4. Option B. For any integers a, b, let n, a, b denote the number of positive integers x less than 1000 satisfying x is congruent to a mod 27 and x is congruent to b mod 37. Then, so what about this n a, b? There exists a, b such that n a, b equal to 0, or for all a, b, n a, b equal to 1. For all a, b, n a, b greater than 1. There exists a and b such that n a, b equal to 1, and there exists a and b such that n a, b equal to 2. So by Chinese remainder theorem, x is congruent to a mod m and x is congruent to b mod n has unique solution if and only if a is congruent to b mod GCD of m comma n. So see the letters carefully, same number x, these two sides, here a and here b. So a is congruent to b and put GCD of m comma n. The result by Chinese remainder theorem. Here m equal to 27, this number, and n equal to 37, second number, GCD of m comma n, GCD of 27 and 37, 37 is a prime number. So 27 comma 37 equal to 1. So the system has unique solution for all a comma b. So number of solutions, unique solution means the n a comma b is nothing but number of solutions. So number of solutions equal to 1 for all a comma b. So option B is correct. For all a comma b, n a comma b equal to 1. If n is a positive integer such that the sum of all positive integers a satisfying 1 less than or equal to a less than or equal to n and GCD of a comma n equal to 1 is equal to 240n, then the number of summons means how many numbers are added, that is called summand, namely that is pi of ns. So pi of n we know, so number of numbers less than or equal to n or less than n and relatively prime to n, that is called pi of n. So another result is there, the sum of all positive integers a satisfying 1 less than or equal to a less than or equal to n and relatively prime equal to n into pi of n by 2. So this is an important result, n into pi of n by 2. So this is given in the question 240n. So 240n equal to n into pi of n by 2. So we can simplify this, take this 2, cancel this n. So pi of n equal to 480, that is in option D. What is the total number of positive integer solutions to the equation x1 plus x2 plus x3 into y1 plus y2 plus y3 plus y4 equal to 15? Not all the solutions, only integer solutions, right? So we product of two factors here. In one factor there are 3 integers and the second factor there are 4 integers. So how many solutions are there? So one possibility is, here we can put 5 in the second factor, first factor may be 3. So 3 into 5 we can get 15. Okay, so x1 plus x2 plus x3 must be 3 and y1 plus y2 plus y3 plus y4 must be 5. So for first equation we have only one choice, that is all the elements are 1, there is no other choice. We cannot put negative value, that is important. So 1 1 1, that only possible, and we know that the result, this is a result, number of positive integer solutions to the equation y1 plus y2 plus y3 plus etc. plus yn equal to k, this number is k, is k minus 1 c n minus 1 combinations. So for equation 2, from equation 2 take these two numbers here up to 4, so n equal to 4 equal to 5. So substitute, so total number of positive integer solutions to the given equation, I mean second equation, is 4c3, k minus 1, k is 5, so 5 minus 1 4, n minus 1, 4 minus 1 3, 4c3 equal to 4c1, so that is equal to 4. So total number of solutions is equal to, already there 1, so 1 into 4, so answer 4, option D. Given a natural number n greater than 1 such that n minus 1 factorial is congruent to minus 1 mod n, we can conclude that. So what about this n? N must be p power k, where p is prime and k greater than 1, n equal to p into q, or n equal to pqr, or n equal to p, that is prime number. So this is nothing but Wilson's theorem. So Wilson's theorem, that number n must be a prime number, so the option D is correct. That's all. So n is a prime number. Which of the following primes satisfy the congruence a power 24 is congruent to 6a plus 2 mod 13? Part C question, June 2015. Let's see the solution. Let a equal to 41. So we are checking one by one. First option 41, that's why we are taking 41. So a equal to 41. Then 41 is congruent to 2 mod 13. Divide 41 by 13. 3 into 13 will become 39. So remainder is 2. This is a concept of congruent. So congruent means nothing but, in lower classes, suppose we have to divide 7 by 2 means what will you do in lower class or primary class? We write the quotient is 3 2s are 6, the quotient is 3, and then remainder is 1, like that we do. And most of the times we concentrate on quotient in lower classes, right? But in higher level there are many useful or applications for the remainders. That is one among them. Congruence concept is based on remainder. Okay, so you can understand now. Right, consider left hand side. So 2 power 24 mod 13. See here, a power 24. So a power 24, but a is 41, but that 41 is congruent to 2. So instead of 41 we can put 2, that is the meaning. So 2 power 24 mod 13, that is equal to this 2 power 24. 2 power 24 can be written as 2 power 12 the whole square. We should put bracket, that is important. A power m the whole power n equal to a power mn. So this is the result. This bracket is very very important. A power m into n. So like this we can put, right? So that is nothing but is congruent to 1 mod 13. We can divide this number. So 1 mod 13. Now right hand side, 6a plus 2, it can be written as 6 into 2 plus 2, because instead of a we put 2 here, like actually congruent, but we can do like equation. So mod 13, when you take mod 13, 6 into 2 12 plus 2 14, so remainder is 1. So the remainder is coming as 1. So now both the sides. Okay, proof of this step, 2 power 12 the whole square is congruent to 1 mod 13. See, this is Euler's theorem. A power pi of n is congruent to 1 mod n. Here n is 13 and a is 2. So 2 power pi of 13 is congruent to 1 mod 13. 13 is a prime number. Pi of p equal to p minus 1. So 13 minus 1 is 12. So 2 power 12 is congruent to 1 mod 13. Square both the sides. So 2 power 12 the whole square, that is 1 square, that is also 1. So this is the proof of this step. So now this left hand side also 1 mod 13, right hand side also 1 mod 13. So this number, first option 41 satisfies this condition. So similarly you have to check for other options. So try yourself.